Dennis, what is the most common problems that you find in as you counsel with couples?
Great question. The most common problem I find in couples is, let me see, how can I say this? The partners or the spouses, the fiancés, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, each one in the relationship are trying to get their perception, their reality on the relationship heard and understood, and cannot. And they work themselves into oblivion trying to get the other one to hear them and sit in their emotions and understand them and validate their reality. And they fail miserably and end up in emotional bankruptcy. It's kind of like two people sitting at two different campfires, and one is saying, hey, come over here and feel the heat on this campfire. And the other partner or the other person says, no, you come over here and feel the heat on this campfire. And then the other one says, no, come over here and feel the heat on this campfire. No, you come over here. No, you come over here. And both are trying to get understood and cannot. And this happens session after session with couple after couple. It's so common. But there's a way out.
In your experience, what is the way out?
Great question. Okay, when the couple or the spouses or the fiancés, the boyfriend, the girlfriend are wrapping their heads on a pole in gridlock, emotional gridlock and psychological bankruptcy, the best way out is, of course, through counseling, but a third party, a mediator, someone who could sit with them and advocate for each one of their perceptions. It's like this. My wife will tell me what needs to happen or how it needs to happen and when it needs to happen, and she'll tell me literally the truth of how it needs to be, and I won't hear her. Then somebody else will walk by and say the same thing she said, and I'll be like, great idea. And she's just like, you knucklehead, I've been telling you that for years. And I'll be like, oh, you have, haven't you? For some reason, I can't explain, we often just can't hear our spouse and what their needs are, what their direction is, what their hopes are, what their feelings are. But with a mediator, you can get somebody to advocate for you and get the education on how important it is to not get understood, but rather to emphasize giving understanding, giving validation, give people their perception. You know, one therapist once said, and it's awesome saying, hey, you could be right or you could be married. You choose. And it's not about getting, even understanding. It's not about getting even your emotional needs met. It's about giving understanding and giving their perception, giving them their truth and validating it and go sitting in it, even if you're the bad guy in it. It's not for the faint of heart, but for those who are willing to do the work, there's relief.